Hello everyone and welcome back to our channel. Today we have an exciting topic to discuss and that has been making waves in the investment world for some time. Nanodimension, ticker symbol NNDM. And in this video we will dive into a comprehensive analysis of NNDM, explore its background, the recent performance, the future prospects, and key factors to consider before investing. Before the video begins, if you would like to see more stock analysis videos like this one, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Also, please check out the affiliate links down in the description if you would like to support my channel with no extra cost for you when using those services. So with all that being said, let's jump right into it. As the market remains very volatile at the moment, we should always be mindful of which positions to pick, as well as their individual timing for entry and exits. The short-term tendencies of Nanodimension has been flat or slightly bullish, as the price mostly maintained around $2.40, with a very significant weight of sell-off weighing on the market at large. The $2.40 level is a very solid support level for the foreseeable future, and I, for one, believe that it's at least going to hold there. In the long term, the price has been on a path of stabilization on the ongoing price actions since the peak back in 2021. The slope of the sell-off has been flat since late 2021 to present, and this is certainly very encouraging for the company itself, as well as providing a good narrative for the self-fulfilling prophecies for the share price to eventually recover from there onward. Now, let's take a look at the technicals of the stock. The trading volume of Nanodimension has recently been 3.4 million shares, versus the average volume of around 2 million shares. Over the previous 52-week period, the price fluctuated between $2.06 and $3.74. The volume of shares traded tells us how many shares are being bought and sold at any given time in the market, and if there's enough liquidity to support a trading strategy. If the float is very thin, it would be very easy to influence the stock price, but low liquidity could also mean that the demand is limited. When we compare the current volume against the average volume, there might be the possibility for trend reversals or breakthrough if the difference is very large. For instance, if the stock were to break through, the current volume would be significantly higher than the average. The market cap of Nanodimension is currently at $605 million versus an enterprise value of $340 million. As we compare the current price to the historical price fluctuations, the stock is 5% higher than the 1-month low, 5% higher than the 3-month low, and 16% higher than the 52-week low. On the options market, which often gives a hint on the market sentiment about where the stock price is likely going to head next, the implied volatility is 128%. Versus a historical volatility of 29%. The put-call volume ratio is currently at 0.05. It's normal for most stocks to also tend to have a higher put option volume than what they deserve because many institutional investors hedge their long positions by buying put options. The most recent volume of options traded has been 716 contracts within a day, compared to the 30-day average of 784. In terms of open interest, the most recent volume of open interest has been about 130,000 contracts versus the 30-day average of around 133,000 contracts. Regarding the shareholder structure, institutional shareholders own 35% of the outstanding float. The biggest shareholders include ARK Investment, State Street, and BlackRock. Usually it is best to see some institutional participation when holding a stock long-term because it offers a layer of stability and reliability in the medium to long term. It means that the market is confident that it's going to continue delivering value in the long term which is a very important factor to consider for investors going forward. I personally consider the minimum threshold to be around 25 to 30% for institutional ownership. There are many exceptions to this rule, as there will always be great companies mostly owned by retail traders. The current short interest is around 7% of the total float, and 42% of the transactions are coming out from the dark pools. Typically, if the short interest is around 15% of the total volume and a significant portion of the short volume comes out of the dark pools, this may suggest that there are institutional positions taken to short the stock and that there would be potentials for a short squeeze. Nanodimension is a company at the forefront of the 3D printing manufacturing technologies. They specialize 3D printing electronics, advanced manufacturing solutions, and their flagship product, Dragonfly LDM, enables rapid prototyping and production to multiplayer PCBs, sensors, and other electronic components of the sort. This unique technology has positioned Nanodimension as a leader in the nascent field of 3D printing. Regarding Nndm's recent performance, we have to remember that the stock price can be very volatile and subject to massive market fluctuations. With that being said, Nanodimension has been generating a significant amount of attention and demonstrated that it does have very promising potentials. Over the past year, Nndm experienced remarkable price appreciation, fueled by the growing demand for their cutting-edge technology and an expanding customer base. It's very important to remember that past performance does not guarantee future results. So, through research and analysis, we have to reach a balance in the decision taking ourselves. Looking ahead, Nanodimension seems to be full of great potentials and possibilities. The company established partnerships with significant industry players and continues to develop innovative solutions for the electronic manufacturing sector. With the increasing demand for advancing technologies like 5G, Internet of Things, and also autonomous vehicles, Nanodimension's expertise in the 3D printing business favors them for future success. However, potential investors should always consider the risks associated with investing in emerging technologies and conduct the due diligence. Now, when evaluating Nanodimension, we have to consider several key factors. The first one is to assess the competitive landscape. Nanodimension operates in a rapidly evolving industry, and it definitely keeps an eye on the potential competitors as well as their advancements. Additionally, we monitor the company's financial health, revenue growth, R&D investments, and I would say that apart from profitability not being positive, the rest are pretty good given the circumstances we're in. Regulatory changes and industry regulations can also impact the company's operations and outlook. So, staying informed about shifts in the legal landscape is very important. Also, the market trends and customer demand play a great role in determining the company's future prospects as well. Nanodimension certainly identified the 3D printing area as a place with potential growth, which remains an exciting potential for new expansions and partnerships, which will also provide valuable insights for Nanodimension to grow. Now, of course, another place to look at is where the capital is going to or flow back from. Currently, I wouldn't say that the stock market is ready for equities just yet. We might be dealing with another round of recession, and until that storm is behind us, I don't believe that we're going to see that much difference in the overall dynamic. In conclusion, Nanodimension, represented by Nndm in the stock market, represents an intriguing investment opportunity in a new frontier market. With their cutting-edge technology, partnerships, and increased demand for advanced manufacturing solutions without the cost of scale. NanoDimension seems well positioned for the growth. With that being said, just like with any investment, it is very important to conduct thorough research ourselves, consider the risks involved, and to make informed decisions. My recommendation is to buy NanoDimension now, with some room left for later as well. The current region is a decent entry point, more than decent, in fact, for a position that should take form in the medium term, with some volatilities to be predicted. I would recommend to commit between 1 to 3% of your portfolio's capital into NanoDimension, and would also recommend to split the allocation in batches of 10 to 20% at a time over the next 3 to 6 months, so that you may purchase more in case it retraces further.